visiting. I'm meeting all kinds of new friends. Nope, none of that. So just expect the unexpected. That's how I can describe this season.
What both of them are saying, like, it's been a crazy roller coaster, the COVID thing has made us, even, in my opinion, made us even closer,
The beaches of Santa Monica and Venice, not too far from our setting today. The Staples Center in. And with
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. And for Los Angeles, they've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
Strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor, not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Brooklyn with the ball. It's Durant on the wing from downtown. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And Kevin Durant, one of the...
Oh, the power on that prudent!
Unreal. Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Here's Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after a good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Allen's shot is off. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard's got the ball. The Clippers get another chance here. Zubac finds Leonard. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Here's KD. Lays it up off the glass.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Morris passes to Leonard. To the middle. Here's Zubac. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And it's Irving missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
George passes to Zubac. Out to Morris. Outside, George. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Up the floor, Leonard with the steal. Zubac against Allen. And that one goes long.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside. This is a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Zubac the pass to George. Back to Zubac. That one good for 2.
A really good decision there from Paul George, quick to find the open man.
Nets trail by 3. Outside Irving. Durant finds Irving. Back to KD. And no good. Good work defensively by Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
And an excellent pass by Morris, a guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
And that one's good, Irving.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And Irving comes to help. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Dinwiddie. Allen kicks to Irving. LeVert the pass to Irving. Shot clock at 6. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
Out to Morris. Leonard on the wing. It's George on the wing. Allen with the rebound.
Well, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
Outside Irving. Pass to Durant. The kick out to Irving. The tray. The offensive rebound.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Nets up by 1. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
Harrell is out there with Green. Then it's Williams. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Shamet in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
And he lobs it up. Luwawu Cabarro kicks to Irving. Feeds to Jordan. Back to Irving. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Irving's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nets. The kick out to Williams. Here's Harrell. Not going to go that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players who...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Prince. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
That's just too easy for Taurean Prince.
Shamet, and Jordan sends it back. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Brooklyn leading by 6. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
And the shot is good.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Irving passes to Harris. Williams against Irving. Six to shoot. Jordan trying to free himself up, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. For Brooklyn, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And that one falls for Irving. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Morris comes in for Green, and it's Leonard in for Landry Shamet.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Count that one. Durant's got 6 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Williams in the post. KD's on him. And again, no good by the Clippers. Nets leading by 9. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Harrell, while George comes in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Leonard hits them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Jordan's shot is off.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Back to Morris. Stolen by Allen. In transition, here come the Nets. Pulls up. That one off the back iron and out. Clippers trail by 9. Here's Beverly. Los Angeles with another miss. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Pass to KD. Jordan. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nets lead by 11.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Beverly finds Zubac. Back to Beverly from 17 feet out.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he's still...
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hello. Well, we know he's a magician on the court. Kenny, has there ever been anyone better? Thanks for joining.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
Second half underway. Here's who Jock Vaughn's got on the floor. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Caris LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial. I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And here are the Clippers now, trailing by 13. Leonard kicks to Beverly. And Leonard has it in the corner. Leonard on the wing. There's the 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the inside. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, we've all seen it. The mobility, the wingspan of Durant. Seriously, how are you going to stop him on an alley-oop?
Here's Zubac. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
In the corner, Irving with it. And it's sent back by George.
You can't toss up the weak stuff around Paul George. He sees it coming and uses his reach to get to it.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And then for Brooklyn, Prince is checked in for Durant. Harris comes in for Caris LeVert. And Luwawu subbed in for Dinwiddie. Williams with a clean look and a miss there on the triple.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Clippers trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Shamet. Pass to Harrell. Outside Williams. Shot to stop the run. Allen with the rebound. And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. To the paint. Here's Luwawu. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 5th assist in this one. And that one's good. Shamet. Nets leading by 18. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Now, here is Irving. He's got 13. The shot by Jordan, no good.
I know it's about defending the post and the 3-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Luwawu, the pass to Irving. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
I know Kyrie is not the biggest guy on the floor, but he is built to take that kind of contact.
And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's his first foul. Leonard, he's checked in for Green. LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Prince, the pass to Jordan. Second chance shot. The kick out to Irving. Clock at 6. From the arc. Cans it from downtown. Irving's got 18 points.
Yeah, that's one of the more dangerous shots. The form, the quick release, everything for Kyrie in sync.
Harrell and Jordan sends it back. In transition, here come the Nets. Harris with the ball. Irving finds Harris. The pass to Jordan. Got a piece of it and stolen by Harrell. Shamet, the pass to Leonard. He feeds it to Harrell. Some solid defense from Harris.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
LeVert, the pass to Irving. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 20.
It feels like he's taking nothing but shots he knows he's going to knock down. Kyrie playing sharp here.
Basket counts.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
It could go, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Brooklyn, sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The defensive work. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Patrick Beverley. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the shooting guard position. And it's LeVert missing.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverley rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverley is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him. One of the better perimeter defenders in the game, and in the golden age of scoring point guards, Patrick Beverley doing his best to slow them down on a nightly basis.
Leonard with the steal. Here's George, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And Paul George put his defender in the blender right there. Tough for him to guard that kind of possession.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Outside Irving. The 3.
Just such an elite defender with unreal instincts. Kawhi Leonard consistent at locking up whoever it is he's guarding.
And Durant sends it back. It's 2-on-1. Outside Irving. Five on the clock. Here's KD. That's good from Allen on the assist by Durant. 10 points for Jared Allen.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
Beverly with the ball. The pass to Zubats. Kicks it out to Leonard for the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
This is where all the extra hours of practice come into play. Leonard couldn't be more in sync on that catch and shoot.
Nets leading by 15. LeVert the pass to Dinwiddie. Irving looking over the floor. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Morris. Down low, here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league, where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Out to KD. Back to Allen. Passes to KD. Good on the 13-footer. And the Nets lead by 15. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Here's Morris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Brooklyn.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyrie Irving.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Here's Morris. Again, the miss by Morris. And Joe Allen will bring it up for the Nets. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Dinwiddie against George. Dinwiddie kicks to Durant. Pass to Irving. 5 to shoot. From deep. Offensive rebound, Nets. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. There's the feed to George. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
He does a lot of work on the perimeter, but don't let Paul George fool you. He can finish inside.
Durant dishes to Irving, and so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And the technical free throw is good. From deep three-point range. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They came in here and, all right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
Let us have to be around each other and build a greater bond. So doing that, it brought us closer, and I feel like it helped us become the team we became and that we are today.
So you guys make it all the way to the finals and you're playing a very good Warriors team. What's going through your head? What's the strategy? And what...
Well, guys,
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. And for the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Caris LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. Irving looking over the floor. Now the pass to KD. Irving kicks to Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Allen. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here is Irving. Inside. Looking for Allen and gets it there. 3-pointer. Irving can't hit. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And Lillard gets double-teamed, stolen by Allen, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Down low. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Dinwiddie.
Boy, good touch inside. I mean, Allen does have a nice-looking shot, but he's really at home near the hoop.
Floats it up there for Nurkic. Here now is Dinwiddie. Irving finds Allen. The Nets working the ball around now. The 3 from KD. Allen. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, he's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
McCollum outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jared Allen.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
Outside Durant. Right side Irving. To the inside. Outside for Durant. Back to LeVert. Nurkic with the block. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. Jordan at the elbow. Shot clock at 6. To the paint and stolen by Whiteside. It's Anthony with the drive. Some solid defense there from Irving.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish it. He knows it. Blown opportunity.
From about 19 feet, he's off on that one. And the Trailblazers going the other way.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Here's Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Boy, using this momentum to his advantage when Durant takes off towards the rim. Watch out below.
Pass to Whiteside. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Dinwiddie with it. Now defended by McCollum. A putback. It's good on the putback.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
Anthony down low. Dinwiddie covering. Passes it to Whiteside. Fires it up. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Outside Irving. Jordan dishes to Dinwiddie. On the wing, Irving. But they recover it. Back to Dinwiddie. In the corner, Irving with it. With the tip. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it. And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
It's the end of the first with a tie game here, and already these offenses are clicking. And we'll be back with you right. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Collins is out there with Little. Then there's Whiteside. Then it's Rodney Hood. And it's Trent in at the point. They get it back. Brooklyn trailing. To the middle. Here's Dinwiddie. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. The free throw drops for Dinwiddie.
And without a doubt, Taurean Prince comes in looking for his shot. At times, however, he can have tunnel vision.
You know, Greg, it's funny you say that because I like to think of it more as selective seeing, and he wants to see the basket more than he sees his teammates. But that's not all bad for a guy like Prince. I mean, you know, some teams actually need a player who's aggressively looking to score at all times. And I think ultimately, though, it'll limit his usage if he can't become a better distributor of the ball as well.
Dinwiddie finds Prince. On the wing, Harris. He's guarded by Nurkic. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Nurkic with the steal. Lillard, right side. And then Lillard slams it in.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Dinwiddie passes to Prince. Down low. Out to Harris. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. 6 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Nets with the new shot clock. Here's Allen. Wow, that was a strong dunk.
Did you guys see that? My goodness, Allen Got crazy talent.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for the Nets. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. It's Prince on the wing. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Irving. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's the combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
And yes, it's good.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and
folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Allen left side. Back to Durant. It's stolen by Little. McCollum against Harris. A rebound by the Nets. Allen's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Kicks it out to McCollum. Pass to Ariza. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Outside Anthony. Feeds to Little. And it's sent back by Allen.
Don't challenge him. Get that out of here. Allen's almost 7 feet now. He's got excellent timing and good bounce. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's the stuff of nightmares for the defense. They'll see that one in their sleep. A long athlete like Allen flying in the air, that's a bad picture.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up. Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Outside Irving. There's the pass to Harris. KD on the wing. It's Durant on the wing. Allen right side. Outside for Durant. Shot on the wing. Drained for 2 points. KD's got 8.
Methodical and productive from mid-range. Few players in the NBA shoot it like Kevin Durant.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Pass to Little. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Ariza's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
LeVert the pass to Durant. Irving for 3. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Irving's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nets.
as dead-eye and outside shooter that we have in the league, Irving has the ability to scorch you from there.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They didn't get more than a one possession. And that.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his first foul. It's Durant on the wing. Beyond the arc. Here's Allen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one is on Ariza.
And, you know, when Allen gets this positioning, the defense is in trouble, which in turn forces them to commit the fouls. Well, I like this young man, Jared Allen. He's still working to find consistency in his offensive game. He's a really good leaper and finishes at the rim, protects the rim. But his strength right now, which will always be his strength, I think, is his defense. He's outstanding at that end of the floor.
Irving attacking. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists in the game. Hillard against Irving. Kicks it out to Ariza. No good off the back of the rim.
And Clark, with Allen, he's still young, and the comfort on offense has yet to really find him.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's really scratching the surface there, Greg. I mean, this kid is only played 1 year in college. He's shown you that he can defend at a high level. And he looks like he's a worker, so I think his offensive game will ultimately catch up with his defense.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. And Luwawu subbed in for LeVert.
Hard to keep up with Irving. I mean, this guy knows how to get to the line. He's a multi-dimensional scorer, always attacking.
You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. I was championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Oh, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, ouch.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Back to Irving. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Good on the wing. Dinwiddie covering. Passes it to Trent. Tries it from 9. He gets it in there. And now just a 3-point Nets lead.
Oh, a really nice job to take what the defense was giving him there.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Knocks it loose. Short. Irving finds Prince. Back to Irving. And stolen by Whiteside. And they're pushing it up.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Outside Irving. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. Takes a 3. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
The alley-oop layup, very well done. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And the Nets making a change here. Harris is checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Nurkic checked in for Collins. Dinwiddie wide open. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Blazers on offense. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Trent gets the bucket. Trent's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And here's Prince outside. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
LeVert's checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Rodney Hood. And Damian Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
And as a team, excellent a season ago. About 80% when they got to the line.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
Durant's checked in for the Nets. Lobs it up for Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by the Trailblazers.
Ariza outside. Back to Lillard. There's the triple. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Harris passes to LeVert. Good on the bucket. LeVert's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
What a tough make that was by LeVert. Refused to be denied, and great concentration.
Allen's checked in for the Nets. Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the third. Lillard fires away from way outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. Lillard's got 10 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
LeVert with a wide open look. Let's keep it alive.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the boards. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Back to Anthony. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Now it's a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And offensively, and it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got Anthony. He's out there with Nurkic. Trevor Ariza out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard position. Durant finds LeVert. Makes it off the glass.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers, leading by 5. Dishes to Anthony. 3-pointer. Lillard misses. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Here's Allen. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Anthony. Pass to Trent. But he gets it back. The pass to Nurkic. Kicks it to Lillard. A second chance effort. Some solid defense from Harris. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Well, you're scratching your head with how do you defend a guy like Durant. I mean, his length, his speed, ball handling, all allow him to draw fouls easily.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Irving's checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. McCollum's checked in. Ball's knocked loose. He kicks it to Ariza. Nobody near Lillard. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Chalk up 2 there. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass. He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Outside Anthony. Back to Nurkic. And Durant sends it back.
That extraordinary reach combined with good timing makes Durant a real threat as a shot blocker.
And that one's good, Irving. And it's now only a 1-point Trailblazer lead.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Up and in on the layup. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Inside, Nurkic with the steal. Lillard with it. He's picked up by Irving. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
Nurkic with the block. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Pass to Nurkic. Lillard against Durant. Floats it up there for Nurkic. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Going to work. Nurkic puts forth such an effort on offense. That's what gets him his looks. Nice touch there near the hoop.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Lillard outside. Here's the lob to the hoop. And finished off by Nurkic.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
Out to the right wing. To the paint. Nurkic with the steal. 1:14 left to play here in the fourth. Lillard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here. For the Nets, this one not looking good. Passes it to Durant. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
What a unique combination of height, athleticism, and ball skills. Durant can make some unbelievable finishes because of it.
Lillard against Irving. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Nurkic. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Back to Durant. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. McCollum outside. Out to Anthony. He feeds it to Nurkic. Over Allen. Excellent D there from Allen. And so it's Portland winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now we'll send it over to David. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
And what led you to the success in the finals to win the championship?
For me, I guess it was just the fact that this was my second time being in the finals. I made the finals last year with the Sixers. We went to Game 5.
The lights of downtown reflecting off. And with
Kevin, thanks. Start.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony. And it's Ariza in at the 3, the small forward. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
McCollum, left side. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Nurkic can't hit.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
George, no good. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And the basket by McCollum.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Now here's McCollum. Floats it up there for Nurkic. No good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
It's McCollum on the wing. Lillard outside. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does.
And, you know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. Finished off the break. McCollum's got his second bucket.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And it goes down 2 points.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Outside Anthony. Back to Lillard. He kicks to Nurkic. That shot off the mark. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Out to Morris. To the inside. Here's Zubac. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, and an excellent pass by Morris. A guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
Leonard with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
This is what Leonard gives you. Reliable, productive, churns out positive plays.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
With that type of range and confidence, Landry Shamet's shooting is very important.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Collins checked in for Anthony. Little comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Hood subbed in for Lillard. The Clippers also changing it up. Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Kawhi Leonard.
I'll tell you, Whiteside doesn't have to get too far off the ground to throw it down.
And there's Harrell. That's good on the assist by Green.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
To the wing right side. Little with the ball. Harrell on him. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Green taking his time here. Williams passes to Shamet. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Williams dishes to Harrell. Jackson has the open look. Hits the three-point bomb.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Stolen by Jackson. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Shamet kicks to Harrell. Passes it to Jackson. Bounce pass from Williams. Green the pass to Harrell. Jackson from long range. That shot off. And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a brute. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback style.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
You two players.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
Setting the floor for the Clippers, we've got Green. Lou Williams out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Montrezl Harrell, and it's Shamet in at the 3.
And that's Rodney Hood. He can do it on offense, and he can do it on the defensive end.
Here's Harrell. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Harrell's got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles. Whiteside, the pass to Little. Tries again. Whiteside kicks to Hood. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Good effort and energy by Whiteside. That time taking advantage of his size and strength.
Williams dishes to Green. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Little passes to Whiteside. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
All of 7 feet, 265. Whiteside easily powers through contact. That's a great play.
Williams for 3. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Trent, guarded by Jackson. Poked away. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Jackson's got the ball. Basket, good. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
Lots of contact. Jackson with the strength to power through. Something he didn't have when he first entered the league.
Little with the ball. Jackson on him. Green with the rebound. Clippers leading by 9. Here's Williams. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Back to Lillard. And there's the pass to McCollum. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Ariza no luck. Clippers leading by 11. Beverly dishes to Williams. Beverly the pass to Leonard. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. Ariza with the bucket.
A strong finisher around the rim. Ariza with the size to do some damage.
Beverly wide open. Offline with his 3. And it's Ariza with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Ariza. He goes up again. Back to Nurkic. Cullen passes to Ariza. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. Here's McCollum. 59 seconds left in the first half. Here's Beverly. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Beverly's got his first basket.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
It's stolen by Morris. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Here's George, and he gets the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 15.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Anthony, no one around. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And George with the stuff.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
7 seconds left to play in the first half. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. No good on the last second attempt there. And so, thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, and Kenny, like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George doesn't show a whole lot of emotion. He lets... And that's...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last two quarters.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the small forward position. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
It's stolen by Morris. Outside, George, down low. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Stolen by Zubats. And here comes Leonard, leading the fast break. Beverly finds Leonard. Now George. Another shot. Zubats.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Outside Anthony. Shoots over Zubats. The shot by Anthony, no good. Los Angeles leading by 12.
Right here.
And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists in the game. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Portland shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And the technical free throw is good. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And Lillard kicks to Little. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Hood's checked in. Jackson drives in, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Jackson's got 7 points in the game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Following it up with the flush, Whiteside generates a lot of points off the putback.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. 17 points was their biggest margin. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. The three ball. Little with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 13. Bobbed up there for Collins.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
Clippers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings, though, to the table.
Jackson drives in.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in, and a switch here also for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Green, and the shot goes in. He has 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jackson passes to Harrell. Outside for Jackson. Over in the corner, Williams shoots the 3. Little with the rebound. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Anthony comes in for Little. And Trevor Ariza is subbed in for Hood. Gets a hand on it.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And stolen by Harrell. Jackson with it. Now defended by McCollum. And Leonard gets it to go.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Trailblazers trail by 11. Here's Ariza, and he elevates for the slam dunk. Montrezl Harrell did not like that.
A rangy 6'8", Ariza finishing with force.
And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Harrell. Harrell's got 4 assists in the game. Trailblazers have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Ariza no luck.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by Trent.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
When Whiteside gets that massive body moving, very difficult to avoid fouling him.
Both teams deciding to change it up, and he can't hit the second.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Lillard with no one around. And it's good off the back rim and in. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter. And here's Leonard from 3. He can't get it to go. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, We've got Montrezl Harrell. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. McCollum finds Whiteside. Kicks it out to McCollum. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The 11-footer. It's hauled in by the Clippers. 17 points was their biggest margin. And finished off by Nurkic.
Good poise, good pass from Whiteside. Hassan with beautiful vision on that play.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's Lillard. Now McCollum pass to Whiteside. Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Harrell. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's George, and it's Paul George with the finish.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Here's Lillard. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Beverly. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 15. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Anthony's checked in for Portland. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Clippers leading by 15. To the middle. And stolen by Lillard.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
Here's Ariza. Kicks it out to Lillard. Looking for Anthony and gets it there. Shot clock at 5. Second shot opportunity. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Anthony.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
Leonard attacking. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's McCollum. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Pass to George. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Marcus Morris comes in for Harrell. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the ball.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Los Angeles leading by 14. George finds Morris. Back to George. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Clippers.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Leonard.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Kicks it out to Ariza. He feeds it to Nurkic. Stolen by Zubac. Leonard against Ariza.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Passes to Anthony. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Ariza passes to Nurkic. Back to Ariza. Goes back up. And Nurkic lays it in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass. Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
5 against the T-Wolves and fell short. And I guess it was just like a redemption season. I came to DC. They put all their trust in me to play power forward, a position I never played before. And once we made the finals, I just, in my mindset, I just said, we're not losing. Like, I can't be 0-2 in the finals. Like, I don't, because it's hard to win in this league, let alone.
Welcome, everybody, and the Clippers starting 5. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Caris LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. It's good.
Listen, this guy is far from just a scorer. Kevin Durant loves to share the basketball.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
Here's Beverley. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
What a nice little burst from Patrick Beverley to get in transition.
Outside Irving. And just about a minute into the first quarter. KD passes to Allen. Outside for KD. Fires the 3. Second chance shot. Allen, that's good.
You know what? That's all about hustle and a nose for the basketball. Tremendous job on the offensive glass by Jared Allen.
Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Wasted no time on that one.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Morris. Leonard's got his second basket.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
Now the feed to Irving. And the layup's good off the glass.
Boy, terrific read. Kyrie Irving understands what the defense is giving him and takes advantage.
Morris with the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Irving. Following the basket by Marcus Morris. LeVert from outside. He can't get that one to fall. The Clippers have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Leonard the pass to Morris. Zubac trying to break loose. Morris, no good.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Joe Harris comes in for Caris LeVert. And then for the Clippers, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play, excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. In the corner, it's Harris. Fires from deep. Green with the rebound. Clippers have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Here's Shamet and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Irving. On the wing, Harris. He's guarded by Williams. Prince kicks to Dinwiddie. Baseline J on the way. Here's Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Williams with the steal. George passes to Harrell. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
Here's George. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Got a piece of it. Dinwiddie with the steal. Stolen by George. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Count that bucket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell.
Better to be lucky than good. That pass was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
And there's the call on Lou Williams. That's his first foul. Here's Lou Williams. Nets passing it around. 32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for George. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Leonard, the pass to Williams. Harrell trying to free himself up. Williams can't get it to go. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. 8-point game. Here's Harrell. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, there's such ferocity and energy when you're trying to contend with Montrezl Harrell. So skilled at converting through contact.
.12 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to LeVert. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. It's LeVert on the wing. It'll count. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end.
How can we be the best version of ourselves?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
They've got Luwawu. Jordan is out there with Jared Allen. Then there's Harris. And it's LeVert in at the three. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Nets trail by 15. Harris, bounce pass. Pass to Allen. Unloads from 13. The putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got his second bucket of the game to go.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
Hangs, and the layup by Jackson.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's LeVert. Banked in off the glass.
And there's a reason Caris LeVert shoots well from the field. This guy is great at picking great opportunities.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
Inside, here's LeVert. And that'll be 2 free throws. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Allen in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Morris kicks to Leonard. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. And stolen by Jordan. Lets the three fly. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Los Angeles leading by 3. Leonard attacking. Drops in the layup for 2. Leonard's got 6.
Oh, good luck stopping that. Kawhi Leonard, huge, strong hands, in total command of the basketball. Go ahead.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. LeVert kicks to Harris. Leonard with the steal. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up.
Always amongst the league leader in steals. Kawhi Leonard knows how to start a fast break.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Taurean Prince comes in for Caris LeVert. Dinwiddie's checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Harris. For Los Angeles, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
He doesn't get the second one. And so Allen will bring it up for Brooklyn. Trailing here by 8. They grab their own miss. No good on that one. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Durant. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, drop the hammer, KD. How confident is this guy at the cup?
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And both free throws good for Green. Nets trail by 6. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Allen in the post. He's covered by Shamet. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Green. Irving can't hit. And the pass to George. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 6-point lead at the end. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. And for the Clippers, the wing tandem of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. And that.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at point guard. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Clippers leading by 8. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. It's stolen by Allen. Here's LeVert. No good that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
But Kawhi Leonard is 230 pounds of nothing but pure strength. What a finish at the rim.
They get a hand on it, stolen by George. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way. The Clippers again turning it over. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Here's George. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Durant. Yes, that goes in. Durant's got 8.
Well, this is what makes Kevin Durant maybe the greatest all-around scorer in the game today. Equal proficiency from every spot on the floor.
And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Nets making a change here. Harris is checked in. The Clippers also making some changes. Landry Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Williams in for George. Nets trail by 8. Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 4 assists in the game.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Outside Williams. Los Angeles with another miss. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his first foul. Prince is checked in for the Nets. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Green's checked in. Durant in the corner. Launches it. Prince, great positioning on the putback.
So you love the anticipation, the burst to get to the basketball first off the glass. Taurean Prince doing work right now.
Good on the shot. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Los Angeles calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in. Here's Allen, and slam dunk by Allen.
Well, this is the court awareness that Joe Harris gives you. He is so skilled at realizing how to give his teammates an open look.
And it's Harrell missing. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 15-6 run. Irving drives in. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Irving's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Kicks it out to Prince. In the corner, Irving with it. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Harris finds Prince. Just 4 to shoot. To the paint. Goes up the baseline. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nets lead by 1.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backdoor.
Pass to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
All too easy for Montrezl Harrell. That's the result of his activity and pursuing opportunities. Beautifully done.
A nice shot by KD.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
There's Shamet, and it's sent back by Allen. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. We've got 13 seconds left in the third.
Well, you love the defensive mindset that Jared Allen brings on a nightly basis. What a contest right there.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Here's Dinwiddie. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. KD's got 3 assists in the game. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And we know Patrick Beverley is one of those guys you love having him on your team. But if you're an opponent, you absolutely despise this guy's toughness and the way he embraces the defensive end of the floor. Patrick Beverley has dug it out of the dirt and created a great career.
And so after 3 quarters of play and some great offensive output, this one is tied. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And so Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. And it's Allen in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to George. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Nets shooting so well, 63%. The offense working as one cohesive unit. Dinwiddie passes to Prince. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And it's George finishing it off.
The speed in transition. Paul George is dynamic in space.
Inside, Allen. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Allen's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Prince, the pass to LeVert. Back to Prince. High post Allen. Knocked away. Leonard with the steal. One-on-one here. Back to George. Pass to Zubac. And stolen by Prince. Fast break. Here we go. Here's KD.
Well, tremendous intimidation and shot blocking by Kawhi Leonard. How nice is that?
And that one's good. George.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Passes it to Levert. He feeds it to Allen. That shot off. Great D that time from Leonard. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
KD, that's for 2. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
And Morris throws it down.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup. I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Clippers leading by 6. And here's Beverly. And it's sent back by Allen. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Irving's checked in for Taurean Prince. Lou Williams is checked in for the Clippers. Morris with the bucket.
Well, this is the area of the floor where Marcus Morris can be a problem because of that frame and that game. Look out, gentlemen.
Irving drives in, makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Here's Morris. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If we make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Now the pass to Irving. Lets it go with a 3. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Williams kicks to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Williams looking around. Morris left side. Clock at 6. Here's George. And he banks in the layup. And now a 12-point Clipper lead.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Clippers.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game from Montrezl Harrell.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
The high post shot. Man can't hit. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Karuch. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Patterson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 11.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
let alone it's hard to make the finals. And to make it twice, I didn't want to be the guy that's known for making the finals multiple times but lost both times.
How important was Day Fry in the
And nothing.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. So the Nets starting 5.
Here we go.
Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at shooting guard. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Lobs it up for Anthony. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Irving finds Allen. Nets passing it around. Right wing. Here's Dinwiddie. And the rebound by Nurkic. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. McCollum off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to, but this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
And the Nets with possession here. In the corner, Irving with it. Fires for 3. Rebound by Nurkic. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lillard outside. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Ariza. Here's the 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
3 for 4 from the field to start the game. They'll take that.
And Brooklyn has possession. It's a 3-point game. Here's LeVert. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Pass to McCollum. Lillard scanning the floor. Nurkic kicks to Anthony. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but you would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing. Now, look, an assist like that gets Durant more hyped than any other play he makes. He loves creating an easy bucket for a teammate.
Here's Trent to the inside. That's tipped. Harris with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Kicks it out to Prince. Back to Irving. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Up again. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 2, and it's blocked by Whiteside.
Oh, no. Remember, Whiteside has had 10-plus blocks in a single game. A true swatting machine.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Zach Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. Little comes in for Trevor Ariza. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Whiteside finds Collins. 6 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Lillard misses. The Nets have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Prince the pass to Luwawu. Prince trying to free himself up, and Luwawu gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Prince. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Lillard the pass to Whiteside. Now here's Prince. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Here's Irving. The pass to Luwawu. Stolen by Collins. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. They get it back.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one. But he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
And it's Prince penetrating. Misses from close range. Here's Trent, guarded by Jordan. Trent passes to Lillard. Now here's Whiteside, and stolen by Jordan. Here's Luwawu. Oh, big time shot!
He just beat the buzzer. He barely beat the buzzer right here.
And that does it for the first quarter. Brooklyn ahead, up 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
I think it comes from the end.
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Rodney Hood out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Little. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Collins in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. LeVert the pass to Jordan. 2 free throws coming up, and here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Little kicks to Hood, takes the 3. It's good from long range. It's all knotted up.
And they depend on Hood to knock these shots down. He knows he's out there just to do this.
It's stolen by Little. And it's McCollum off the drive. The feed now to Hood. Goes up again. It's not going to go for him. Excellent D there from Allen. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That's his first foul. Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Riza comes in for Little. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Kevin Durant's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Drills the 3-pointer.
Durant's had total confidence in his jumper. Probably since the first jumper he took. I mean, he's one of the most natural-looking shooters you'll ever see.
Down low. Kicks it out to Ariza. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
Here's Dinwiddie. And Anthony sends it back. Hood, the pass to Anthony. And the officials call a traveling violation. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu. And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets. Dinwiddie finds Harris. fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
What a great touch on that shot from LeVert. Even the foul can't interrupt the rhythm of his mechanics.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Trailblazers trail by 3. Always going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen by Allen. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one's on Anthony.
Such a force as Allen goes to the line. A real throwback. Jared is a center who primarily operates near the hoop.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trent's checked in, and the Nets also making a change. Prince is checked in.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
And here's Anthony from the arc. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 4. Harris passes to Durant. Good, and Harris gets the assist. And that's now 9 points for KD.
And almost 7 feet tall. I mean, Durant is a fantastic interior scorer. He uses his height well.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Kicks it out to Ariza. That shot no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Allen passes to Dinwiddie. The shot's good. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
Pass to Trent. 1:14 left in the first half. Great D that time from Durant. Nets have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Prince with it. He's picked up by Ariza. And the shot goes in. And that's 11 points for Kevin Durant.
What a player. Durant making difficult finishes. Looks second nature. Nothing gets to this guy.
McCollum dishes to Ariza. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And the Nets with possession. They're on a 13-5 run here.
I mean, look at those big mitts of Ariza. I mean, they just can't be forgotten. Using them to paw away the ball and create chances for his team.
Here's Dinwiddie. Nurkic with the block. Here's Trent. Pass to Carmelo. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Kicks it out to Allen. It's stolen by Ariza. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Dinwiddie. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. There's 10 seconds left here in the second. Now Lillard. Here's Little. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
When KD sizes you up on defense.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. Looking at the Nets. Thanks for joining us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
So for Brooklyn now, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line. So it'll be C.J. McCollum shooting. It's on Jared Allen. Portland shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Irving tipped away.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Irving's got 5 now.
Out in the open court, Irving's just too quick, too shifty to contain.
Ariza no luck.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man, so unselfish. He's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
Anthony, the pass to Nurkic, and a missed layup.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Rodney Hood subbed in for McCollum. Count that one. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Collins comes in for Anthony, and it's Little in for Trevor Ariza. Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets. Hood drives in, misses the layup.
Oh. Sloppy finish. The D was giving him the layup. He just didn't stay with it.
The Nets making a switch here. Prince is checked in. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
The determination of Irving. He's a type A personality who just wants to win.
From past the arc, that shot misses. And it's Portland the other way.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
Hood, the pass to Whiteside. Outside Collins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Prince with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Here's Irving. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And now Portland on the break. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Little. The Nets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Irving finds Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And that one's good. Lillard.
But Lillard is used to getting pushed around. Got to admire how he muscles it in regardless.
And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. LeVert the pass to Irving. 18 that time from Hood.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Oh, the awareness on display. Hood just isn't a good scorer. He's also skilled at getting it to his open teammates.
And the shot goes down. Irving's got 8.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Lillard outside. Collins passes to Whiteside. Good, nice job down low.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Pass to Irving. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Irving's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Torch from mid-range. I mean, that's almost unmatched. I mean, Irving is dead-eye from that range.
And it's Little finishing it off.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. "16 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And stolen by Whiteside. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Trent.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Prince finds Irving. Here's Jordan. Can't hit from in close.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
That's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
And that's good. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland, Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's McCollum. And it's Trent in at the 2 spot.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
And it's official. They have come all the way back. At one point, this thing seemed to be out of reach.
And now with all the momentum on this side here late, you got to think they've got the upper hand. He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Anthony, the pass to Ariza. Here's Trent to take the lead. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Durant, and KD throws it down.
It's almost strange to see a player with Durant's height have that much speed on the drive. It gets him to the rim with ease.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. He kicks it to Anthony. Here's Trent. Shot clock at 5. Poked loose. Harris with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. One-on-one fast break. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. Durant finds Irving. And now Portland on the break. Here's McCollum. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Bucket is good.
So impressive. The fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, true, but we'll see if they can keep forging ahead. For now, you got to give them credit for coming back. He's really turned it around here in the second half. I mean, his offense has returned.
Here's McCollum. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Anthony kicks to McCollum to take the lead. The rebound by the Nets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Well, this is what you want from Nurkic, a fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. And a change for the Nets. LeVert's checked in. Irving surveying the floor. To the middle, Nurkic with the steal. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Lillard. Nurkic the pass to Ariza. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. And now a 3-point Portland lead.
Oh, and that's just a huge shot from Ariza. He's no stranger to burying these kinds of buckets.
Count the basket.
I mean, he has his choice of finishing. Love that he picks the finger roll. Grace before power.
Here's Lillard. Misses off the left iron. Durant with it. Now Anthony defending. And here's the fast break. Here's Irving. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. And the Nets lead by 1.
Oh, man, you got to appreciate the poise of Irving. He's always composed, especially on important possessions.
Nurkic finds McCollum. Back to Nurkic. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 5th rebound in this one. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Timeout.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're down by 1. 1:19 left here in the 4th quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
And KD throws it down.
How many clutch shots have we seen Durant hit? It's countless at this point, and he keeps adding to the total.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Oh, man, and that shot defies the word clutch. I mean, the reason coming through yet again.
Here's the pass to Irving. It falls.
Look at how assured Irving is. When the game is on the line, he demands the rock.
What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Kicks it out to Ariza. McCollum right side. Outside Anthony. 5 to shoot. Stolen by LeVert. Irving passes to Allen. And Allen slams it in.
Are you kidding me with that pass? Okay, Kyrie. That one made my day.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
Out to KD. Outside Irving. Over McCollum. Again, the Nets for 2.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber,
finals. He walked away with the finals MVP. You guys are a close-knit unit. What was some of the keys to success for Dave Fry and you as a whole?
Best way to put it, he is the Jimmy Butler of our team. So that's the best way to put it.
I mean, Ryan, Dave Fry, he's just a phenomenal leader. I feel like we all were a leader in our own aspects, but he kind of.
There's a look at downtown Los Angeles from the air. And we've got...
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the 4 slot. Now here's Ariza. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. 3-on-3. Right block shot. And too long on the shot. Beverley against McCollum.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
George finds Morris.
A really good decision there from Paul George, quick to find the open man.
And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Finished off the break.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Finished off the break. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
Just remarkable what he's able to do. Leonard with a guy draped all over him, still able to convert.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
Melo has to be in position for plays like that. That time, perfect position.
Here's George after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And so here's Portland following the basket by Marcus Morris.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Right side Leonard. Down low, Zubac. Ariza with the rebound.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And it's sent back by Leonard. Portland moving the ball around. Anthony drives in. Here's Nurkic. They shoot again. Just 5 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A different look for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. And it's Williams in for Morris. Portland also making some changes. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. And it's Little in for Trevor Ariza. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Andrew Shamet comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. Hood's checked in for McCollum. Hood for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
The shot will not fall. Throws it up high. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The drive by Green.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option. And after some time over in France and the G League, JaMychal Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now as his three-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA.
Williams attacking. It's hauled in by Trent.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And stolen by Harrell. Here's Williams. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Little passes to Trent. The jump hook. The shot that time not on target. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two. A three-time sixth man of the year. Last season, Lou Williams named his newborn son 6 in honor of his success in that role.
We talk a lot about the Mount Rushmore of the game's greatest players. Maybe we can start to chisel out the sixth men of the year in the NBA. Lou Williams would have to get some serious consideration for that monument.
The Trailblazers shooting their first foul shot of the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Hood against Harrell. The pass to Trent. Puts up a 3. Here's Whiteside. Over to the left wing. Offensive rebound. Pass to Trent. Fires the 3. No good on the shot. Clippers leading by 6. Williams attacking. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Well, it's such a challenge trying to alter anything that Lou Williams does just because you're on your heels most of the time.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Collins, good.
Collins sees an opening, gets to the opening, and drives in.
Here's Harrell, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Clippers on top, up by 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. When Damian Lillard's in the flow,
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
So they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. They've got Collins. He's out there with Little. Whiteside is out there with McCollum. And it's Trent in at the 2 guard. Trent finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Oh, great pass by Whiteside hanging in that play.
Jackson dishes to Green. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Marcus Morris comes in for Green. George is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. And they take the lead. Greg, we see defenses continually adjusting. Analytics favoring threes and dunks. Which teams do you think are toughest to score on at the rim?
You know, it's funny that you think defense in today's era, but if you look at the two teams that were the best in their respective conferences last season, they're the two teams I think protect the rim the best. Milwaukee with Giannis and the Lopez crew, and then obviously AD and LA with the Lakers. Those teams have the versatility on their front line to be able to defend the three and also protect the rim.
I think you've nailed it. Trailblazers trail by 3. Kicks it out to Ariza. Nurkic trying to get open. That's short off the rim.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Oh, and this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Greg, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. It's stolen by Morris.
Awesome defense. Just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
Count it. Good. And it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Now here is George. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Zubac has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Passes it to Nurkic. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Lou Williams is checked in for the Clippers. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Hood's checked in. Nurkic can't hit.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Lillard. And it's Lillard on the follow.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Taken away by Anthony. There's the lob to Lillard. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Heads up play by Rodney Hood.
Clippers leading by 5. Left side, George. Pass to Zubac. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Clippers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And the technical free throw is good.
The versatility of Paul George as he's matured and put some more weight on his frame through the years. He's an exceptional two-way player with outstanding length and a tremendous scoring ability.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Green comes in for Morris. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And it's Lillard on the follow.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Jackson passes to Green. From deep, Williams. That ball's nice feed that time from George. George has got his 4th assist in this one. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Trent. Back to Lillard. This one for 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Jackson kicks to Green. Jackson passes to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
This is what happens when you put the hard work in as Harrell is impacting the game.
The pass to Trent. And so it's Los Angeles with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field zone. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up. And that does it for our halftime.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
They've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the 1. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Clippers leading by 8. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. Here's Anthony. Yep, it counts. And last season, Marcus Morris's name, one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Paul George. Collins checked in for Portland. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
They'll stay in front of Carmelo Anthony when he's driving hard like that. The defense is finding itself in a very tough spot. That's how he got that call.
Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Inside, and it's Anthony with the jam.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Feeds it to Leonard. Over Anthony. Rebounded by Anthony. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. 4-point game. And it's Ariza in the corner. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
How many thousands of times have we seen Melo in that position to pick up a shooting foul and to force the defense to foul him?
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Nurkic is checked in.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Rebound by the Trailblazers. Anthony's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's McCollum. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. McCollum's got 5.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Beverly. They can't stop the run with that one. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. They now take the lead. Ariza's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
Ariza with a nice job of running wide out there to complete the break.
Leonard kicks to Shamet for 3. Cranes the three-pointer. Shamet's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Morris into the lane. Leonard inside, covered by Anthony. Beverly for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Lillard, the pass to Carmelo. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. He's got 12.
See Melo slink himself into position there, and good timing on the offensive rebound putback.
Harrell kicks to Beverly. Launches a three. Ariza with the rebound.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And Portland with the change here, too. Trent's checked in. The three. And no good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
In the corner. Shamet with it. Tries from 7. And it's Harrell missing. Leonard with the steal. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Ariza. And he gets it to go. Now it's a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
Give him these kind of chances, and Trevor Ariza is going to hurt you.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Morris. Paul George comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Landry Shamet. Portland also making some changes. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Little comes in for Anthony. Rodney Hood subbed in for Trevor Ariza. He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers. And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Clippers trail by 7. To the paint. Outside for Jackson. Outside, George. To stop the run. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 7 rebounds in the game. And it's Little finishing it off.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Here's McCollum. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Rodney Hood out there with Whiteside. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard. To the inside. Here's Whiteside. Here's Nurkic. Hood for 3. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
And this has been an outstanding display on the board, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
He's so dangerous as a scorer. Lou Williams can recognize when there's openings. This time it was a teammate.
It's McCollum on the wing. Back to Whiteside. McCollum against George. McCollum passes to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That'll be his second foul of the game. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's McCollum. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McCollum's got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Anthony down low. Harrell on him. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is checked in for Harrell. Leonard comes in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. And it's in there.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
George with no one around. No good from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the rejection by Leonard. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I'll tell you, Kevin, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Paul George with the steal. For the finish, and it's George finishing it off.
Just Paul George showing how dominant he can be as a two-way player.
Here's Lillard. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Now, he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. There's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Lillard attacking. For Beverley with the putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
And Nurkic does a great job just keeping the motor running.
And that one drops for him. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Paul George. Inside, Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And Nurkic around there, big and right on top of the cylinder.
Morris finds Zubac. Outside Leonard from deep. That one's not going to go. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Trailblazers.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jusuf Nurkic.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Back to Nurkic, and stolen by Patterson.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
The drive by Nurkic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Patrick Patterson.
Nurkic right now taking a pounding going to the glass.
And both free throws good for Nurkic.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.